5 bells. Stand by all stations.
Attention, all districts. A 5-alarm fire. 5 bells. Move in immediately.
That's it. Let's roll. Let's go. Firefighters! Presenting Firefighters, the true-to-life story of our unsung heroes who stand ready to ride by day or night against our most murderous enemy, the demon of fire. In just a minute, we'll join Tim Collins and his rescue pal, Mushnosky, down at the waterfront, where they have a bad case of monkey trouble. Answering a rescue call, they're astounded to see when they get to the scene dozens of monkeys swarming loose all over the sides of buildings. Shipped from India for experimental purposes, the monkeys got loose while being unloaded from the boat. At first, the boys got a good laugh out of this freak assignment, trying to corral the wiry little creatures. Then they learned that their rescue job was more than a lark. We'll learn exactly what Tim and Mush are up against just as soon as we hear this message. Let's go, firefighters. Let's go to the waterfront where Tim Collins and the others in the rescue company have answered the strangest call of their careers, capturing a shipment of rhesus monkeys which are running wild. It's been sort of fun for the boys, although they haven't caught a single monkey yet, until Mr. Jackson, the man to whom the monkeys were shipped, arrives on the scene. Mr. Jackson, seeing the monkeys scampering over the face of the buildings, is definitely not amused. Quite the opposite. He seems quite concerned as he says,
Men, we must capture those monkeys immediately.
Well, we're doing all we can, sir, but they're darned elusive critters.
Well, there must be a way, and we've got to find it.
Tell me, you seem unusually concerned, Mr. Jackson. Now, I know the monkeys are valuable. Mr. Lang, the keeper, said so, but
Well, did he tell you all about the monkeys?
What do you mean, sir?
I see that he hasn't. These monkeys, gentlemen, are vital to a very important medical experiment the doctors of this city are conducting.
You mean, sir, they're to be used as sort of guinea pigs?
That's right. The doctors are on the verge of cracking the mystery of one of our most deadly maladies. Now, these monkeys are vital if their experiments are to be successful.
Are these monkeys really that important? I mean, will catching them or losing them mean the difference maybe between life or death to some people?
They most assuredly mean just that, sir.
Well, sir, in that case, the fire department will do everything in its power to capture them, Mr. Jackson.
Tim, you know what I think?
What's that, Mush?
I think we better get Chief Cody over here, on the double.
In a matter of minutes after receiving Tim's urgent call, Chief Cody's big red car rolls up to the scene.
What's up, Tim? From the tone of your voice, I figured something was serious.
Well, it is sort of, Chief. You see,
Holy smoke, where'd those monkeys come from?
Well, that's the emergency, sir. Monkeys.
Well, but what's so serious about monkeys, Tim? I thought you had a real job on your hands.
Well, it's not only the monkeys, sir, although they have been giving us plenty of trouble. It's because...
Come on. What's the real problem?
Well, sir, these monkeys are extremely important, Chief. They're needed for a very important medical experiment.
What do you mean? What kind of an experiment?
Well, the man who was supposed to get them says it's in connection with a deadly disease and that they're depending on these monkeys to help them find a cure for it.
Oh, say, this is important business. We've got to catch those monkeys and fast. How many have you snared so far?
None, sir.
None? Well, what's the matter with you fellows? Don't tell me monkeys have stumped the rescue company.
Well, they're pretty cagey characters, Chief. They're worse than cats, even. I've taken many a cat off the telegraph pole, but these babies, they just don't want to be caught.
We tried bananas, sir, but they...
bananas. What is this, a fruit store or a rescue company? I'll admit that in all my years, I've never come up against monkeys before. But it can't be so difficult. Tim, get a ladder up to that ledge up there.
Oh, what are you going to do, Chief?
Show you boys how to catch monkeys. But first, Mushnosky.
Yes, sir?
Break out all the leather gloves you have in the truck. Give every man a pair. Now, let's see. Monkeys, if I remember rightly, bite. So we better be protected.
Right away, sir.
Yeah.
All right, the ladder's ready, Chief. But, sir, I'm telling you, it's not as easy as that.
Oh, nonsense. All you have to do is climb up and grab them.
Yes, sir.
You got those gloves, Mushnowski?
Yeah, here you are, Chief. A good thick pair.
Ah, that's the thing. Now, you boys stand aside while I show you how to catch a monkey.
Yes, sir.
Then when you've learned the technique, you can go after them yourself.
All I wish you luck, Chief, but I still say that...
Oh, by golly. This reminds me of coon hunting when I was a boy. The dogs would get a raccoon up a tree, then they'd send us boys up after him.
I bet raccoons were never as slippery as these animals.
Now then, just a few more steps. There we are. All right. Come on, fella. That's it. Come on, boy. That's right. Just jump into my arms.
See what we mean, sir? They just don't want to be caught.
I could have sworn I had him right in my hands.
Well, so could I, Chief Cody, a half a dozen times. Oh, we've got to think of something else, sir.
Yeah. I guess you're right, Tim. The old man was too sure of himself. Hey, I've had cats and dogs to rescue, and once a pet leopard, but, well, monkeys are something new.
Yes, sir. I suppose we could gas them, sir, with tear bombs.
No, I'm afraid that would just drive them farther away. Scatter them through the city. Then we'd never catch them.
Well, I'm going to make another try, Chief. We've got to get them somehow.
Okay, Mushnowski. Have the others work on them, too. But be sure you're wearing those leather gloves.
Right, Chief. All right, gang, let's go after them again. Come on.
Tim, you know, this has got me stumped.
What do you mean,
To
sir?
think that a little band of monkeys could present such a problem.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, sir, there's one thing I've noticed. At least they seem to keep together on the sides of these buildings.
Yeah.
Now, if they should ever take it into their heads to scatter through the city, we'd never catch them for those doctors.
That's what bothers me, son.
Yes, sir.
They may do just that when it gets dark.
Yes, sir. Well, I guess then that our problem is to round them up before nightfall.
Right. Or have monkeys roaming all over the city.
Yes, sir. Oh,
What the dickens was that?
yes, it's from one of the boys.
Hey, what's the trouble over there?
Hey, it's Mush, Chief, and he's running this way.
Yeah. Tearing at his clothing. Hey, what happened, Mushnowski?
Well, monkeys. Sir,
What?
Mush,
I got hold of it, but that...
Well, good grief, what happened?
I had him and was bringing him down the ladder when all of us...
I know what's troubling you, Mush.
Well, what is it? He's dancing around like a crazy man.
Yes, sir, and I'll bet my bottom dollars Mush has monkey fleas.
Well, it looks like anything can happen in the rescue company. First monkeys, and now fleas. It may seem like a pretty hilarious predicament to Tim, but for Mushnowski, monkeys at the moment are far from being a barrel of fun. Now, we rejoin Chief Cody, Tim, and Mushnowski several minutes after Tim's startling discovery, just as the fire department doctor arrives.
Hello, Chief. What's up?
Hello, Dr. Sleeman. It's Mushnowski here. Seems kind of silly, but...
Silly? What do you mean?
Well, we've been trying to catch these monkeys here, and Mush, I'm afraid.
Monkey bite him?
Well, no, nothing as simple as that, Doc.
Well, what's the trouble? Oh. Oh, now I know.
You guessed it, Doctor.
Fleas. Monkey fleas. Well, son, I guess you'll have to come with me.
What are you going to do, Doc?
Oh, well, don't worry. Nothing serious. Just douse you with a little flea powder.
Poor Mushnowski, in the line of duty, he of all people has to get a bad case of monkey fleas. Nothing very serious, but it removes him from duty and leaves the chief and Tim with the naughty little problem how to round up the monkeys. Now, as funny as it may seem, it's mighty important they corral the creatures if those important medical experiments are to be completed. To learn the next exciting development of the case of the wild monkeys, be sure to listen to the next true-to-life episode of The Firefighters. And now, in just a moment, Fire Chief Cody will be back to tell you, boys and girls, how you can help the firefighters in your own town. But right now, let's listen to this message. And now, boys and girls, here's Fire Chief Bob Cody with a very special message for all of you in the Firefighters Brigade. Chief Cody.
Hello, boys and girls. Here's a fire prevention tip for motorists and for everyone who rides in automobiles. Now, you've probably noticed when your father pulls up to a gas station to buy some gasoline, he usually turns off his motor. Now, in many states, this is the law. And even in those where it isn't, most gas station attendants will not put gasoline in a tank until the car motor is shut off. Well, there's a good reason for that, and it's one of the most important fire prevention rules in the handling of gasoline. With the motor running, there's always a chance that a spark from the ignition will touch off the open tank, causing a terrible explosion and, of course, a fire. So, my tip to you is always be sure when the car you're riding in is being filled with gas that the motor is turned off. Well, that's all for now. Till I drop in the next time. So long.
Fire Chief Cody and the young rookie fireman Tim Collins will be back on the same station the next time you hear.
That's it. Let's roll!
Let's go! Firefighters! Firefighters is a copyrighted feature of William F. Holland Productions.